A frightening scene at the height of the government shutdown. Gunfire just outside the Capitol building.
How rapid were the shots?
Quite rapid. It was like boom, 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 boom.
I was walking towards the Capitol building, and about 30 seconds later, as I hit this point, there was about 3 or 4 cop cars that sped past me.
About how many shots?
5 or 6, but there must have been some before.
I don't know. It's scary.
Now at 5, ABC 7 brings you live, complete coverage.
A tense afternoon at the White House and the U.S. Capitol as a woman is shot after trying to ram her way through a White House barricade.
The scene unfolded around 2 o'clock this afternoon. That's when shots were heard near First and Constitution. The U.S. Capitol was put on lockdown, but that has since been lifted. All of this started on the 15th Street side of the White House and then ended near the U.S. Capitol. A female suspect and a police officer were sent to the hospital.
D.C. Bureau Chief Sam Ford has been on the scene all afternoon from when the reports were first coming out of the shots fired. He starts our team coverage tonight. Sam?
Yes, Autria. Well, we're here at First and Constitution Northwest, one of the points at which this thing led through, and it was about, we understand, about 2:18 this afternoon when all of this commotion started here. The chase started near the White House that came to Capitol Hill, where a video shot by Al Hura TV. In this video, we see police cruisers chasing the female suspect who is driving a black Infiniti G Coupe. We also learned she had a small child in the vehicle. At some point, she slowed the vehicle and police with drawn guns tried to approach. She then turned and took off again, turning right onto Constitution Avenue, speeding up the hill. While police did not get those lower barriers up in time to stop her, they did get up the barriers at the other end of Constitution. She saw that she could not get out, and so she tried to back up, and that is when police opened fire on her, we believe, killing her. Officers saw the small child in the car and removed the child from the scene. The child has been taken to Children's Hospital. A Capitol Police car was severely damaged and an officer hurt when one of the lower barricades caught his vehicle. The airbag was deployed and the back driver's side door ripped off the car. Rescuers had to use the jaws of life to remove the officer from the car. The Capitol Police Chief, Kim Dine, held a news conference where he said that D.C. police was handling the investigation, but they do not believe that this involved any kind of terrorist incident. They think instead they don't really know what it involves, but they don't believe it involved terrorism. But clearly a lot of activity here at First and Constitution Northwest, all the way up to Second and Constitution Northeast. That's the story from here. Sam Ford, ABC 7 News.
All right, Sam, and he just gave us his location, but this scene stretches all around the U.S. Capitol as armed officers flooded the scene. Brad Bell is on the scene now live with what witnesses saw. Brad?
Yeah, well, Sam said that the scene stretches up to Second and Constitution Northeast, and that's exactly where we are. Right now, live back there, you can see the Metropolitan Police evidence van. Just past the van is that woman's car, the car described by Sam Ford. It is crumpled. The door is open, and you can see. Just got a glimpse of it a while ago that it has been through some trauma. Now, we want to show you some video. Sam talked about that police officer who was injured, we believe, when a barricade flew up directly underneath his car. Well, here he is on the stretcher. The good news is that we're told he is expected to make a full recovery. But that scene, that officer on the stretcher, is just one of the things so many people up here witnessed this afternoon. People saw the chase. People saw police opening fire. They saw people injured. They saw the baby being brought out of the car. Here are a couple of the stories. First, with a man who saw when the woman showed up at the Capitol for the first time.
He wouldn't stop, and they were going around the roundabout. And as they were going around the roundabout, they still wouldn't stop, so they kind of boxed him in. And it looked like he tried to drive up on the sidewalk. And that's when they boxed him in. That's when the shooting started. And so kind of went off. We couldn't really pay attention because we were kind of trying to hide from stray bullets and stuff.
Chaos, all the sirens, all the police vehicles, just all running around and starting to lock everything down, moving people back.
Well, you heard a man describing having to hide from stray bullets and another man saying that it was chaos up here. That's what people experienced. You can just imagine all of the gunshots echoing among these buildings. Busy day out here on the streets, quiet in the Capitol because of the shutdown, but there were a lot of people out here who experienced this thing, and it is just now calming down. That's the scene up here at 2nd and Constitution Northeast. Back to you.
Okay, Brad, thank you very much.